What is going on, everybody out there? Lamont at large. Officially hoodie weather here in Tunerville, Arizona. Behind me is the old Tunerville trading post. This property right here has a very, very dark and very, very sinister past. Right off of Interstate 40. We're going to talk briefly about a couple stories that occurred on this property, resulting in some untimely deaths. So I'm walking down historic Route 66 here in Tunerville, Arizona. And of course, Route 66 was the highway that stretches across the nation. Many millions upon millions of Americans would use this highway to travel from over here to over there. And of course, the Interstate 40 being built would later leave this place what it is right now, which is pretty much a desolate road. Not one car has passed me, and I've been here for about 45 minutes. So this building right here, in 1935, one Earl Tenen, he built this place, and it was named the Tunerville Trading Post. And at this place, they would sell gasoline, they would sell snacks, bait, whatever you would need as you are driving from California to Missouri. So Earl and his wife, Elsie Tenen, they would operate this trading post, and they had two children, George and Helen. And these kids were raised at the trading post. They played here. So on August 25th, 1947, it's about 6 p.m. And George, at the time, he's 14 years of age. And he was playing with like toy guns, just messing around out here in the back of the trading post. And he got his hands on his dad's .32 pistol. And for unknown reasons, he would put it to the left side of his head and pull the trigger. Immediately he drops, and one of his parents hears the gunshot, and they come out there and they see George bleeding profusely. And they would call the they didn't have 911 back in those days, so they probably called the police, and they would come and take him to the hospital. It was already too late. He was pronounced dead, and if he would have lived 3 more weeks, he would have turned 15 years of age. The Tenens would keep on operating the trading post for the next 7 years. And then in 1954, they sold it, and they went ahead and moved to Flagstaff, and Earl Tenen would run a couple of motels there. So he sells this property to one Merritt McAllister. So Merritt at the time was the manager of the Vermilion Lodge over off of 89. And he's the manager, and he says, he sees his places for sale, and he says, okay, I've been managing motels, most of my adult life. Now is the time and opportunity to get this place for a good deal and become your own boss. So Merritt and Pearl McAllister, for the next 16 years, they would run the Tunerville Trading Post. And they installed a kitchen in here where they would pump your gas, sell you whatever kind of snacks, and make hamburgers, hot dogs, and other such food items. So, as I'm trying to be careful, so this would be the area where the kitchen was. And so on August 30th, 1971, Merritt is at the counter, and 2 cars pull in. And it's 2 guys and a girl. They're all black. They come in here and they start looking around and start getting candy and chips and stuff like that. And while Pearl is making hamburgers, not quite sure if they said, they were ordering hamburgers, one of them pulls out a gun and says, "This is a robbery." And tells Merritt, "Empty the cash register." And he does as he's told. And to thank him for him, cooperating with the robbery, they shoot him in the chest, killing him. The other robber had Pearl, telling her, "Don't move." And before they left, they shot her in the back of the head, execution style. Now, about an hour would pass, and Pearl, miraculously, she wakes up and she realizes what has just happened. All she remembers is feeling this intense headache, and then it was all black. So she makes it to the phone to call her friends who ran the trading post about a mile down the road and tells them what happened. So the deputy sheriffs come out here, and it's already sadly too late for Merritt McAllister. Now, a couple weeks later, 2 guys and a girl were arrested in Las Vegas, suspected of committing the murder of Merritt McAllister. However, their fingerprints didn't match the fingerprints that they had at the scene, nor did the weapon that they had on them match the ballistics of the weapon used to murder Merritt McAllister. So Pearl would go on to live for about another 27 years or so, and then she died in 1999. And as the recording of this video, this is an unsolved murder. So later on, after the closing of the trading post, this place was remodeled, and as you can see, it was turned into a house where somebody would live in. And that woman was one 55-year-old Mary Smeal. She was the CFO of the Hopi Tribe Economic Development Corporation, and she was also the leading member of the historic Route 66 Arizona chapter. So her boss one day notices that Mary's late, and Mary's never really late. If she's late, she's gonna call and say, "Hey, I'm sick," or what have you. So they get worried, but maybe they just said, "Okay, she's really, really sick," and that's about it. So when she didn't show up for work the next day, they get worried and they call the sheriffs. So the deputies, they do a welfare check. It's November 16th, 2016. And they get here to the property, and Mary is found shot and killed. And they find another body of one Jeffrey Jones. Jones had shot and killed Mary and then turned a gun on himself. There was no note left. There was no known reason. 2 people, both dead in the house. And ever since that, this place has basically sat empty. I'm not sure if anybody moved in after that crime, but this place is, as you can see, it is abandoned, and it is for sale. But I mean, honestly, who the hell is going to buy this place? It's no good for business. You have the Twin Arrows Casino. You have another travel stop, the Chevron gas station. So nobody's driving Route 66 anymore. So the only person that's going to buy this place is a cattle rancher that doesn't have that many cattle. This property is almost 9 acres, or somebody that maybe they own a very small trucking company and they can use this place as an office / living quarters for their truck drivers when they want to take their time off from the road. But other than that, death and destruction haunt this place. Here's some more of the backyard. Kind of show you guys a quick tour of the property. So, you know, I will say this. This place has plenty of potential. You got almost 9 acres. I don't know if this is a teardown or it can be saved. I think it could be saved. Depends on if you have the money and the patience to bring this place back to what it once was, which was a functioning property. Okay, guys, I am out of here. I'm heading the road. I'm not taking Route 66. I'm taking I-40. We're only going to go about 25 miles down the road. We're going to stop in Winslow, Arizona for my other channel. And we're going to continue on back to good old Texas. Live but not live, still alive by the grace of God. Lamont at large. Coming to you from Tunerville, Arizona. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.